I'm going to go ahead and start by saying this soapstone looks beautiful. The texture, the veining, once it was polished, it just shined so beautifully. This stone is Terrazzo. Very classic, very old school. So I watch over the guys do all the installation. I want to make sure that every little detail is accounted for. I've got a great stone crew. They do the fabrication and the installation. I mean, look at how tight those cuts fit up against the cabinets. We're going to cut back to the bathroom here. This is the preparation for the sinks. These are under-mounted sinks. I know you noticed those wall-mounted faucets. So this is green terrazzo. It's basically cement with a bunch of rocks in it, ground down. And we did a waterfall detail here. And this essentially waterfalls into the shower. And we'll put our glass right on top of that countertop. It gives you a nice seamless flow and a good look. Jumping back to the kitchen here, they set the sink right in the center, and they'll go ahead and cut the hole for it. Now you notice I put plastic and very sensitive purple tape on here because I don't want to peel the stain off the cabinets. You know, they do their best for dust accumulation, but I have the entire house covered up. We have the floors covered with paper, and we've got the cabinets covered with plastic, and I even taped the front face of the cabinets. Because as you can see, these slabs are very heavy. It's taking 4 guys just to move this one piece here. Once they get it set on top, they're going to be leaning their legs and their pants are going to be rubbing up on the cabinet. So it's good to have those covered up and protected. Now, especially with natural stone, you have to be extremely careful setting this down. You have a huge cutout for the sink there. And if one guy lowers it more than another, it could crack right there in the center. These guys did a great job. Everything worked out perfectly. And once this is installed, we can go ahead and start working on the template for the backsplash. Here on the left, we've got the laundry. Here on the right side, we've got a continuation of the cabinets. It'll be essentially a pantry. Then we got the guys starting to work on the fireplace. This piece is really cool. I think that it adds such beauty to the entrance. As soon as you walk into the front door, you see this. And they're going to go ahead and thin set that onto the existing tile. That's going to be the new hearth. Look at that beauty. You can tell a good stone fabricator when they line up the veining continuously through the inside, through the sides, through the bottom. Man, I'm so happy with how this one turned out. I'd say the fireplace is my favorite. Back to the master bathroom. We've got the terrazzo, green terrazzo. That's water falling into the shower. And we've got the pink terrazzo in the guest bathroom. This was actually a piece of tile, 3/4 inch thick, 32 by 32. And we essentially fabricated in the same way that we would stone. So, story time. I've been doing this a long time. I got my first set of bags when I was a teenager, and I've been working ever since. So maybe I can give you a few tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. Well, if you're a homeowner, you're looking to hire a contractor, I definitely suggest finding a good general contractor. The key points that you'll want to look for: number 1 is communication. Number 2, are they on time? Starting with the very first appointment. Do they text you when they're on their way? Do they give you a call and say that they're going to be running 5 minutes late? If they can communicate immediately, then you've got one box checked. The next will be honesty. If they can be honest with you, if they can say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not capable of doing this, or if they can say, sorry, we've never done something like this before, that is so much better than someone just saying, oh yeah, we can do it all. Now, there are a lot of contractors that can do it all, or at least general contractors that have enough subs to handle most projects. Projects like this, where you have to have 7 or 8 different trades all coordinating just so you can have one little kitchen, when you have your framers, your plumbers, electricians, stone guys, cabinet installers, finishers, appliance installers, we need to have everybody on the same page. Now, starting with those 2 windows, because I was there from the very beginning, I stringlined and lasered those windows to be perfectly straight and centered and level and square. If I did not do that, our stone installation would not have worked out perfectly. So, communication, extremely important. You'll notice here the terrazzo stone was installed after we did most of the tile backsplash. We had our guys set a leveling strip just to hold up the tile because I communicated with the homeowner that if we want this project to be done on time, we'll have to get the stone immediately. They did not get the stone immediately. I had to push and push. It took a while, but we eventually got it. So for me, I wanted the job to move forward. I had the tile guys install their backsplash and the shower tile because they were ready on the schedule. Now they're going to have to come back and finish the backsplash tile now that the stone is installed. But can you imagine sitting around for 2 or 3 weeks, nothing getting done, just because we had to wait for the stone? No way. Good communication, good scheduling, good management skills, and we're able to move forward even when problems arise.